All right, what's up guys? VV back with another video. And in today's video, guys, we're going to be checking out a game from the U.S. Nationals. This was a game that everybody wanted to see, or at least this series. I don't know if it was a particular game in this series or not, but a lot of people were asking about this. A lot of people wanted to see this this series right here in particular of Black Yellow Luffy versus Blackbeard. Again, this is in the top 16 of U.S. Nationals. So we're going to be analyzing that, breaking it down, really trying to figure out what's going on, and see how much we can enjoy the game. Now, with that in mind, after this part, this will be the majority of the video, okay, guys? But after that, we are going to go over one game on the sim. I got a fun game of y'all versus, it's a game of Red Yellow Sabo versus, let me see who it was against. It's against Blackbeard. So just a little bit of fun at the end of the video. Okay. All right, without any further ado, guys, let's hop straight into this. I'll have everything timestamped in the general description. I'll have all relevant deck lists and links and stuff like that in the comment section below. Okay? And if you guys have any comments, questions, or suggestions, please do not hesitate to put those in the comment section below as well. Or hop on the VV Theory Discord. The link is in the channel description. Now, let's do this, guys. Let's get into it. Let's check out. Let's see what all the hype's about. Let's see what people are saying. This will be the next 3 days on the channel, right? We'll see. We have today's game and then tomorrow's game, and then if it goes to a game 3, we'll check that out as well. I have not actually sat down to watch this game. I just kind of walked by and saw what was going on. Now, I know we have already seen who wins this tournament. I won't say anything, but so we kind of have an idea who's going to win overall, but at the same time, like I said, there was a lot of hype going on around this matchup, so we're going to check it out, okay? All right, let's do this, guys. Let's get into it. So, let me shrink my camera down. That would not help if my camera was this big the entire time. Okay, here we go. Volume is off. The speed should be on 2x. Yep, the quality is all the way up, and here we go. Let me go ahead and fast forward to see when it starts. Okay, here we go. So, the Black Yellow Luffy player is on the right here, and they are going to start off on turn 1 playing out a Flampe. Very, very nice. Let me hit pause real quick. So, I don't know if it's actually better or worse to go first or second versus Blackbeard, but I think going first is probably not the worst thing in the world, especially with a Flampe, but I think going second is preferable. Just being able to go on your even Dawn turns, because two Dawn for your leader effect, 2 Dawn for your 2 cost characters and things like that. It just kind of lines up very nicely, and if you ever catch the Blackbeard slipping with their leader effect, then you'll be able to use a full Gecko turn. But that probably will not happen very often, if at all, during these series, because these are very good players. One more thing I want to say, though. Going first does not seem terrible. Going first actually doesn't seem that bad because, okay, you have, turn 1 Flampe into, turn 2 whatever, into turn 3 one of your 5 cost characters. So going first doesn't seem unwinnable, but I think going second is still preferable. So let's see what happens here. Going to play out the Flampe, and let's see what happens here. Okay, there's an Ivankov in the hand of the Black Yellow Luffy player. Turn 1 for Blackbeard, they're going to play out the stage. They're going to trash a card with the stage to do a top 3 search, and they're going to grab a 10-cost Blackbeard. Seems good. Okay, that card is very, very strong, obviously. Passes the turn, does not use the leader effect, so they have absolutely no respect for any kind of 3 Dawn or 2 Dawn play or 1 Dawn play from the Black Yellow Luffy. And check this out, plays out the 3-cost Ivankov and chooses not to use the on-play effect, okay, and chooses not to swing. I don't know how well that's going to go. We'll have to see how this game pans out. But I do think the Black Yellow Luffy player is actually on a clock in this game. Typically speaking, I mean, I guess it kind of always is. You have to use things very efficiently, and you have to have, perfect, sequencing of all your turns and stuff with Black Yellow Luffy, but you kind of become the aggressor, but you're kind of on a clock. Because once you run out of Gecko Morias, the game's over. Well, in this game, we're probably not going to get a single Gecko Moria, right? Let's just be honest. Gecko Moria is probably not happening. But the thing about this not attacking, I'm not a huge fan of not attacking, because this Blackbeard player, guess what they're going to do? They just saw, we just saw one 10 cost 12k. So I can imagine they're going to go into 10 cost 12k, into 10, just keep going through 10 cost 12ks. And if you're not attacking, okay, you are starving them from cards, so that way when they go to use their leader effect, okay, they're going down in card size, right? But there's cards like Lafitte, there's cards like Doc Q, there's cards like, what's his name, Van Augur, lots of cards that can draw and replenish their hand, or they're developing a board that's going to be threatening to you. And notice this, did the Blackbeard... Oh, no, we're on the first turn. Let's see if they choose to attack this turn. I saw 3 life. I was like, let's see if they attack here. Because that will be very telling. All right, and it looks like they're going to use the stage here. And it looks like they find a Burgess. They trashed another Laboon. Yeah, I don't think Laboon will be the best card here. Okay, and again, guys, so hear me out. The Blackbeard is attacking it aggressively. So we're down to 2 life as Black Yellow Luffy, because remember, we took one of our own lives with Flampe, and then they attacked him for 5. They're going to take that life as well, not using the blocker. I agree with that. And then, again, Blackbeard plays out the Burgess, and they don't even use leader effect. The leader effect has not been used yet. So this idea of like, okay, we're going to starve the Blackbeard, it looks like it's not going to work. It looks like that is not an option. It looks like this, the player on the left, his name is Joe Delator. It looks like they're choosing, like they are not going to take the bait. Go ahead and play out your 5 cost character. Okay, and let's see what happens here. And let's see what Cross has for this turn, or Michael Imiafa on the right has the Black Yellow Luffy player. It looks like they are going to play out maybe a Kuzan. Do they have a 5 cost Sabo? It looks like he just asked. He does have a 5 cost Sabo. It looks like he just asked if he had done his leader effect, at least from the mannerism there. So, and if there's a choice right now between the 5 cost Sabo and the 4 cost Kuzan, I will 100% get behind the Sabo. I would play out the 5 cost Sabo. Number 1, it's a 5 cost versus a 4 cost. Number 2, it will completely protect your board and your other blocker on the board. It will let you draw 2 and trash 2, going deeper into the deck. And yeah, I just think it's just the better decision overall. Let's see what happens, though, because Kuzan's also not a bad call either. Okie dokie. It looks like, okay, yeah, and it looks like he might go with the Sabo. I 100% agree with this. I 100% agree with this. So play that. Well, is it? Yeah, okay, he does. He plays out the Sabo, draw 2, trash 2. Very nice. And let's see what he fills up in the trash. It's probably going to be some 5 cost cards. That's just a great place to have those. And a Kuzan. Looks like a 5 cost and a Kuzan is the 2 choices so far. Let's see if he changes his mind. And he does. The 5 cost Rocket Boots Luffy and the 4 cost Kuzan. Again, not attacking. Okay, well, I think the Blackbeard is just going to build up a board with this Burgess here and get... I mean, we already know he has 1 10 cost 12k teach from just seeing it from the search. Let's see what we see here. Okay, they do a top 3 search with the stage again, and they're going to get This Is My Era, a 1 cost event that can fill cards up in the trash. And it can do a top 3 search. It's a top 3 search like the stage. However, it trashes all the cards that it doesn't take to hand. The stage puts them on the bottom in whatever order you want. Okay, so let's see here. He is showing that the Burgess is a 6k. Wow. So he plays out the event, and that's going to... I think they were reading the cards or something there. It looks like he's going to grab another Burgess. Very nice. The other cards are going to go to the trash. It looks like we're going to get another Burgess this turn, unless he wants to play out something else. I don't know what else he'd play here. He's going to trash a card using leader effect. Now the leader effect is on. We're gonna swing in for 5, so no on-play effects can happen. All right, let's see what happens here. The Black Yellow Luffy player, Michael, is going to take this and then gonna follow up with a Burgess. Absolutely, I think that's the right call. Okie dokie, here we go. So we've got a 7 Dawn turn. It's interesting that they chose to use the leader effect for the first time on 7 Dawn as opposed to 8, or 9, I guess, in this case, because the card you really don't want to see go crazy is absolutely the 8 cost Gecko Moria. Okay, gonna go ahead and use the 5 cost Luffy, trashing the top card of his life to draw a card. Now it looks like he has 2 Dawn left to play with. He's gonna trash the Sabo with the leader effect here. Yeah, attach the 2 there. Trash the Sabo. And then he's going to put the Sabo and the 5 cost Rocket Boots Luffy on the top. And here we go. Is it time to start attacking? No. Interesting. So I do think we should be attacking. I'm just going to say it, guys. I do think we should be attacking. The 5 cost buff Luffy, I call it the buff Luffy, the one that pumps from life and draws a card. Hang on. Pause. So the 5 cost buff Luffy is at 8,000 power, but that's not relevant on defense in this matchup. There is no power-based removal. That's not really a mechanic that Black uses right now. However, we're going to do a stage search. No, excuse me. We did an event search. Looks like we're probably going to grab... If I had to pick out of these, I would probably grab... Whew, those are all really good options, guys. Lafitte will let him dive deeper into the deck and get more 10 costs. Because remember, guys, next turn, it's going to be 10 cost 12k into 10 cost 12k into 10 cost 12k. So I think right here, I would actually probably grab the event. And if I could, I would pop that Luffy and move on, because he's not protected from KOs. There was no one plays used last round, so here we go. Let's see what happens. So he's going to grab he grabbed the Lafitte, right? Is that what that was, the Lafitte? And let's see what he decides to do here. So he's counting everything up. He already has one in hand, guys. He already has that card, the event in hand. I think it's called Liberation or Black Hole or something like that. Plays out the Lafitte. Let's see what he's looking. He's looking at these on 8 Dawn. He was checking his Dawn, and he has 8 Dawn for the turn. He grabs a 2k counter from the Lafitte, sets the bottom 5, or the bottom 4 rather. Swing in for 6. Let's see what happens. Met with the 2k, very easy here. But whoops, did he? Hang on. Did he use the? No, he's just counting his trash right now. I just wanted to see if he uses his leader effect yet. I do not believe he's used his leader effect yet. And that would be a massive blunder, guys, if he does not. Because we're about to approach... Well, it is actually a 9 Dawn turn, so it wouldn't be crazy. But again, I wouldn't even risk it. Okay, swing for 8. So these Burgesses are up to 8. 8,000 power, guys. Here we go. Swinging in for 8. Let's see what happens. And this is going to cost a blocker, probably. Yeah, I would absolutely give a blocker here. Or I guess the top card of his life doesn't matter as much. This 5 cost... Okay, he might want to get his 5 cost Sabo in the trash. That's not a bad idea either. And he's looking at his hand. He doesn't really have that many 2Ks that I saw. Okay, he's going to take this one. Bottom decking the 5 cost Rocket Boots Luffy. That is a black yellow Luffy effect built into the leader. Plays out the Luffy, plays out another Burgess and says go. And guess what's coming next turn, guys? Okay, use the Luffy effect. That's going to trash the top card of his life, and he's going to draw a card. He's down to 0. 1 into 1 right there. Flampe attacking into Luffy. That was crazy. That was an absolutely insane interaction there. 1K into 1K damage, and that's going to go through. And let's see what Black Yellow Luffy does after this. He's got 4 Dawn separated right now. He's got a 4 Dawn pile and a 5 Dawn pile separated. Let's see what he wants to do here. Okay, I don't know. He's telegraphing a little bit here, but I think he's probably just going to smash into this, what's his name? The Burgess. I don't know if he has any other option. I mean, he's at a point now. What do you do? Okay, 2 Dawn's going to go on his leader for sure. Okay, he has to gain 2 life or he just loses on the spot. But what else? Okay, we're going to go 10 into 8. It's gone. And I think that was all calculated by the Blackbeard player. Notice how he didn't swing with the other one. All this is calculated. Unless he played out the Burgess last turn. I might have missed that. I can't remember now. But here we go. Going to take that. Say thank you very much. And let's see what happens. Plays out the Shirahoshi. Very nice. And then he's going to set 2 cards. Oh, only has 1 card to set to life. Hang on. Was that correct? Hang on, guys. Plays out Shirahoshi, trashes the Garp, and only has a single 5 cost he can put into life. That's where maybe he was considering blocking with the Sabo from last turn. Maybe that was the right call. That is unfortunate. Okay, here we go. Going to use the Blackbeard, the 10 cost Blackbeard character effect here, saying that Luffy cannot, he's totally negated and he can't attack next turn. And then your leader, of course, it turns off the leader effect for the rest of the turn, but it doesn't really affect this matchup, the second part. Okay, so the Burgesses are getting puffed up. They're getting buffed up here. Swing 9. Blockers are gone. He can't get rid of this Sabo, or it's just going to be lights out, right? We just don't have enough. But we're on a 10 Dawn turn. Remember, guys, we can't even use the Gecko Moria. Actually, hang on. Let me see something. Did he trash the card for the leader effect? We do have to see that. Okay, gets the Van Augur, and then trashes it for the leader effect. Yeah, okay, so that's what happened there. So yeah, leader effects are off right here. Let's get caught back up to where we were. And the 5 cost Luffy cannot attack. He can't. I don't think he can use this effect, because I believe the 10 cost 12K makes it where a character cannot attack for the turn, and their effects are negated, if I'm not mistaken. And that is until the end of, I think it's until the end of your next turn is the way it's worded, or until the start of your next turn. It's something along those lines. I think it's until the start of your next turn. Or maybe it's until the end of your opponent's turn. I don't know, whatever. The point is, that's not happening. They're going to play out the Sabo here. Hang on. Okay, so right here, going to attach 2. They're going to bring it from life. Watch this, guys. We're going to use the 2 cost Sabo, putting that into play, and we don't get to draw 2 trash 2 because our on-play effects have been turned off by Blackbeard. And look at that, guys. He gets a, what was that, a Shigan Finger Pistol? Shigan Finger Pistol off the life rip, guys. Absolutely insane. It might just be over. Oh, I missed something. What happened to, guys? I missed something pretty important here. What happened to the 10 cost Marshall D. Teach? He must have used Rygo. I saw it in his hand earlier. Okay, yeah, very relevant, guys. Uses the Rygo, pops the 10 cost 12K. Seems good, but again, and then we know what happens here. Plays out the Sabo, plays that in. Shigan Finger Pistol comes down, and that card's gone. All right, here we go. Now we're going into the next turn for Blackbeard. They immediately auto slam that card, and it looks like he's going to make it where... Hang on, what did he do? Oh, he made it where instead of locking down the Luffy this time, I think he actually locked down the Sabo so he could just swing through the blocker, if I'm not mistaken. It was they did that quickly. Let me see something. Watch this. So he slams down the 10 cost. Okay, playing very quickly, and people do get nervous on the big stage. Oh, hang on. Look, they're talking. I'm trying to see what they're saying. Okay, I don't think it matters is what he's saying. It's going to be swing 9, swing 5. Yep, and then swing that there. So, yeah, I think what he was trying to say, though, was instead of using it on the Luffy, he wanted to use it on the blocker so they couldn't block. Maybe that's what they were saying. It's hard to say, guys. Obviously, we don't have any dialogue with it. But yeah, first game is going to go to Blackbeard. This is a very tough matchup for Black Yellow Luffy, but it is winnable. I think we have to be more aggressive. That is one thing I will say is I think we do have to be a little bit more aggressive because I just don't think we can starve Blackbeard. You know what I mean? As soon as they start using their effect, which, let me say this about the not Black Yellow Luffy, about the Blackbeard player. One thing that I would do if I were them is I would have started the going second. Hang on. Yeah, going second, I would have probably used the effect for the first time when they're going into their 5 Dawn turn. Because he was able to use a Sabo and get advantage he probably, you shouldn't have allowed him to have, right? And then using on turn 7 was a little weird. Why not wait till turn 9 at that point with the Gecko Moria? Again, not 100% sure, but either way, great game by both players here. That was a good first game. We'll have to see how the next game goes tomorrow for tomorrow's video. Really good stuff. Okay, now that's it for this. Let's go ahead and head over to the game I have prepared for y'all. We got just a fun game of Red Yellow Sabo versus Blackbeard. You guys know I love my Red Yellow Sabo. Everybody who follows this channel better love Red Yellow Sabo. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, the volume is off. Speed, let's put that up to 2x. And here we go, guys. Notice my hand. Yeah, we've got a straw hat version. We've got a straw hat version of Red Yellow Sabo here I've been playing with. It's nothing special, but I think it's kind of cool. I think it's kind of fun. I don't know if the Diable Jambes are worth it. I don't know if that's really something great for what we're trying to do here, but hey, we're messing with it. We'll see how it goes. They're going to play a Lafitte and then a Doc Q. That is not ideal. We don't have a card we could cheat out with the Nico Robin, unfortunately, but that is a straw hat card, right? So I am going to go for the board. So everyone has a different play style, but I prefer going for the board most of the time and then just playing into the late game. So there we go. I could have attacked him for 5 and then 6 at face, but then next turn he could probably pop my character with that Doc Q and replace the card in hand that he might have had to counter out with. I'd rather just get immediate value that I know I can get, if that makes sense. So they're going to play out a Liberation, getting rid of my Zoro. That's fine. We're fine with that. We got the 3-cost, the other Zoro, right? The 3-cost 6K Zoro. All right, we're going to play out a Nico Robin. They should have used their own play. They should have used their leader effect, guys. Now, I know, they have no way of knowing what I'm running, right? Who's ever seen a Red Yellow Sabo deck that's running, this Straw Hat package? Some people do play it, by the way. I have heard people say they played this like a Straw Hat package, but yeah, not many people do. Okay, Van Auger's going to come down here. That doesn't do anything. Unfortunately for this guy, that card actually doesn't do anything. Okay, swing for 7. Guess how this is going to go, guys. Attach 2 to the leader, swing for 7, and then swing for 8. We probably should have done it the other way around, but Shigan Finger Pistol can't hit a 6-cost anyway. This guy's toast. This guy's toast, guys. What is he going to do? If he attacks in, he gives me my Lucci back. Okay, he does -3 there with the Van Auger. Plays out what's his name there, the Jack. And here we go. He's going to play out the Vasco shot. But hey, I've got bad news for you. This card cannot be blocked, right? We'll play out another Luffy, and I'm literally just slamming 11 into 5. I'm basically saying, so pause. This is what it would take for him to get out of this. He has 5 cards, right? He has 5 cards. It would take him, so 5 goes to 7, 9, 11, and then a 1K, right? So he would need 4 cards in hand, 3 of which are 2K counters, and then the next one to at least be a 1K or better. And he only has 5 cards, like I said. So he'd have to have exactly 4 cards he needs in hand. But let's see what happens. Guys, I'm telling you, Red Yellow Sabo's matchup into Blackbeard. If you don't like Blackbeard and that you have a lot of them in your locals, guys, play Red Yellow Sabo. I can't even begin to explain to you guys how good our win rate is against Blackbeard. Pretty much across the board. The worst version into Blackbeard is our control deck, but I think even that's like a 60% win rate. It's gotten much better over time. So yeah. I still have an entire hand of cards here. We were able to rush him down. That was a good game. That was a fun one. Tell me what y'all think about this this Straw Hat version of Red Yellow Sabo. Is there any potential here? We are about to get some more Straw Hat cards coming out in probably OP11, but I was really thinking, or I was going to say OP10, but I'm definitely thinking like in ST21. We're getting some new decent Straw Hat cards. Might be able to have a little bit of fun with that. We'll see what happens. All right, I'm done, guys. Let me go ahead and bring up the... let me show you guys the deck list. One more thing. For anyone who is interested in trying this, I will link it in the comment section below. But here's the deck list, guys. It's just an absolutely generic Straw Hat list. Notice this, Onami. This is a Straw Hat Crew card that is searchable by Nami. This Nami is not searchable by Nami because they share the same name. But guess what? Onami is not the exact same name as Nami. I know, very technical, very confusing, but who cares? You can do it. But you can't search up this one. This one you cannot search up because they have the exact same names. But hey, this is a Straw Hat card. This Nico Robin is a Straw Hat card. This 4 cost 5,000 power 2K counter Frankie is a Straw Hat card. There's some pretty cool cards in here, and I'm sure better and better ones are going to come out over time. So we'll have to see what happens. All right, I'm done. Tell me what y'all thought in the comment section below. We got a super short video for today for the weekend. But yeah, after today's video, so we did game 1 in the top 16 of Blackbeard versus Black Yellow Luffy. Today was game 1. So tomorrow we're going to knock out game 2 and see how that goes. All right, that's it, guys. Hope y'all enjoyed. Till next time. Oh, almost forgot. I'm all over the place today. Big shout out to everybody who supports the channel, guys. Whether you're liking, subscribing, sharing, commenting, viewing, whatever you're doing, I really appreciate you guys so much. Thank you so much. Thank you to everybody who bought a playmat. Hope you guys are enjoying your playmats. The VV Pirate playmat supporters here. The members page. I'm still trying to find a way to update this accurately, guys, because it's been a headache, but we're going to get there. Bear with me. But thank you to everybody who became a member on YouTube. Really appreciate you guys. And then last but not least, of course, the patrons. Thank you, everybody on here. Thank you to everybody on here. You guys have been awesome. Just trying to help me out to help me out. Okay? All right. Till next time, guys. Peace.